On this new day, the sun reminds us that together we can find strength. We can find the strength and the courage to face changing circumstances. Together we can be flexible. Flexible enough to greet a new world and a new way of life. Together we can stay focused. We can focus on taking actions that will keep us safe. Together we can move. We can move into a bold new future and thrive in that future like never before. Together, we can.
On behalf of Sport Hawke's Bay, welcome to the 2021 CHB Mail Central Hawke's Bay Sports Awards. Thank you for joining us online as we celebrate all that is great in the local sports community. My name's Ian Sharp and I've been dragged off the bench as the off-course substitute, but it's my very great pleasure to be your MC for this evening. So please sit back with your family and friends and let's help celebrate some of the outstanding achievements for the last 12 months. To start off the evening, I'd like to introduce you to Mark Aspden, the Chief Executive of Sport Hawke's Bay, and our very own Mayor, Alex Walker.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Mark Aspden, Chief Executive of Sport Hawke's Bay, and I'm really pleased that we're able to bring you the CHB Sports Awards this evening, albeit in an online form. I'll certainly miss having the face-to-face interaction, but really pleased that we are still able to celebrate the, as always, great achievements of the CHB sporting community. Shout out to the wider community, the wider CHB sporting community, not just the people who are being acknowledged tonight, because I know in these COVID times, it's much more difficult than it has been just to keep sport running on a daily basis. So a big thank you for your efforts of going above and beyond to make sure kids in particular are able to have a sports season. It means so much to them. Well done. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, without whom we wouldn't be able to put on an evening like this. And special thanks to the Central Hawke's Bay District Council, to Alex and Monique and your team there. Sport Hawke's Bay enjoys a fantastic partnership with the CHB District Council, and I know you share our aspiration for a healthy, active population. And so our partnership, I know, will endure for many years to come. I'd also like to acknowledge all of the finalists and award winners tonight. Well done on all your achievements. As I mentioned earlier, made so much more difficult in a tricky COVID situation. We always have a very high standard of nominee in Central Hawke's Bay, and this year is absolutely no exception to that. I'd also like us all to remember that behind every nominee and finalist, there are probably 10 people, parents, coaches, people who did the sausage sizzle, who drove the bus, who just made a real difference to getting you the success you've had today. So I'd like to acknowledge and thank those people as well. Enjoy your evening. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Kia ora, Central Hawke's Bay. We got lucky last year after COVID that we could have a fantastic Central Hawke's Bay Sports Awards. Not so lucky this year, but here we are anyway, because it is vital that we are celebrating the sporting talent and commitment here in Central Hawke's Bay. It is always my pleasure to be part of these sports awards to support Sport Hawke's Bay and the incredible work that they do here in our part of the region in Central Hawke's Bay, but also to honour all of you that work so hard across our clubs and in the support of our elite sportsmen and our elite sportsmen as they go out and take on not just the country, but the world. It is incredibly important for Central Hawke's Bay to stake our claim in the sporting world in the region. We have to do this here in Central Hawke's Bay because of the extraordinary talent that comes from here. We punch well above our weight, and it is absolutely right that we honour the people that come from Central Hawke's Bay. So here we are tonight. I didn't have to put my high heels on to go out for dinner. I'm here on the video, and we are going to have a great evening honouring and celebrating our incredible talent in our thriving Central Hawke's Bay.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Alex. This evening will run slightly differently to normal in that I will announce the award, run through the finalists and announce the winners. We will then have a video from our winners, and I hope you all help them celebrate in your own special way. We look forward to your company this evening as we enjoy this rather special Central Hawke's Bay Mail CHB Sports Awards. There's no need for the usual housekeeping announcements this evening, as I'm quite sure you're all very aware of where all the facilities are wherever you may be. Right, our first award for this evening is the Findex Administrator of the Year. We would like to thank Findex for their ongoing support of these awards and for the wider support they provide our community. The finalists for the Findex Administrator of the Year Award are Kim Mackay, CHB Rugby and Sports, Jennifer Aldridge, CHB College Sports Coordinator, Annabelle Campbell, Central Hockey Club. The winner is Kim Mackay. Current Club Secretary for Central Rugby and Sport, Kim has been instrumental in helping the growth of netball for 2020. Kim has exceeded expectations as a committed administrator, and since stepping into the role, one item Kim has been dedicated to is working closely with the funding manager to help secure funds to build and maintain the club rooms and boosting club assets.
Thanks Sport Hawke's Bay for this award, it's amazing, and thanks to Findex, and congratulations to everyone else that was nominated for this award. Such a big opportunity to down Hawke's Bay. We've had such huge growth at the rugby club. We've got running with 6 netball teams and 3 rugby teams, and so obviously there's a lot of administration behind the backgrounds. And I'd just like to thank the girls that helped me out heaps, Jade and Chelsea, Sammy, Coles, and we've got a subcommittee of girls that also do a lot of administration behind the background, so thanks to you guys for all the help, and we look forward to more growth next year.
Well done, Kim. Very well deserved. Our next award is the LMS Insure Club of the Year. We would like to thank Brian, James, Adam and the team at LMS Insure for the years of support of the CHB Sports Awards. The finalists for the LMS Insure Club of the Year are Central Hawke's Bay Rugby and Sports, Ricochet Trampoline Club and Central Hockey Club. And the winner is CHB Rugby and Sports Club. Central Hawke's Bay Rugby Sports Club was founded in 1994 with the amalgamation of Waipukurau High School Old Boys and Waipawa United. Over the past 27 years, the club has grown greatly in size. They now have 3 senior rugby teams, 5 junior rugby teams, and 6 netball teams within the club. In 2022, they will be welcoming a senior women's rugby team, a great addition to the club whānau. A significant outcome of the club for the past 12 months was being one of 5 sporting clubs from across the country to be granted $30,000 from Bunnings to upgrade the community grandstand, which is just one way they have of improving these facilities for the continued community use.
First and foremost, thank you to LMS Insure for sponsoring these awards. Sport Hawke's Bay for making this happen during pandemic. I know it's not an easy thing to organise, but thank you very much for persevering and acknowledging sporting achievements. To the club, it takes a lot of people to make these things work, and I can't thank everyone individually, but everyone who contributed to the success of Central Hawke's Bay Rugby, thank you very much. Sponsorship, funding, players and partners of players, and everyone that gets behind our club, thank you very much. The main reason I wanted to accept this award on behalf of Central Hawke's Bay Rugby and Sport was to acknowledge our two senior leadership members, which is Tony Mackey and Ross Pepper. I know Tony at times has struggled with some of the personal conflict when the committee are making decisions that sometimes affect his relationships. But I really appreciate the commitment and the dedication to the growth of our club and to the success of our club, and just everything you do in general to make sure that everyone gets a fair opportunity within Central Hawke's Bay Rugby and Sport. Secondly, Roscoe, you're the man. A person's referred to you as the money man, and because of the financial input and the growth that you bring into clubs. And to be fair, you've done that this year with the Central Rugby Club. You've set up systems, processes and policies so that we can grow financially. And as everyone knows that, is involved with any club, first of all, you have to have the funds to be able to reinvest back in the players and in the team. So, Roscoe, you're the man. Thank you very much. Lastly, Nick and Na, we just want to acknowledge you and all the work you do around our community and involving, everyone getting involved and participating in sport. Everything that you and your family do to engage youth and adults alike and participating in new sport, really appreciate that. That's sort of been our ethos this year. Is we took a leaf out of your book and we encouraged participation, and we encouraged people getting out there and giving everything a go, whether it be from the social netball or just engaging in a bit of footy. So we're going to pursue that again next year and try and acknowledge our junior rugby and Ross Shield and Bemington and get involved as much as we can with rugby and netball. Finally, just a plug for women's rugby. We're starting a team next year, and any of those who are interested, locally, you'll know who I am. Just get involved with Central Rugby, get on Facebook page, Central Rugby and Sports, or just asking their locals and they'll point you in the right direction. Cheers, team. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the hard work.
Now we move to the Central FM Coach of the Year. Thank you to Central FM. You're great supporters of all our sport and, in fact, great supporters of our community in general. The finalists for the Central FM Coach of the Year are Wayne Marsh, Trampoline; Alonso Fernandez-Rodriguez, Swimming; and Danny Drapal, Cricket. The winner is Wayne Marsh. Trampoline has been offered in Central Hawke's Bay at varying times since the late 1960s, thanks initially to a college teacher from England, Iris Temple. Wayne Marsh, one of her ex-students and present club coach, instigated the beginnings of the Ricochet Trampoline Club in 1992 back at the Central Hawke's Bay College gym. Wayne is an incredibly talented and supportive coach, encouraging all of his students and parents alike. He has great patience, demonstrated best when the student is learning new skills, and quietly encourages them to learn in their own time. He's the chairperson of the club and very supportive of his committee.
Ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. Thank you everybody for this opportunity that has been presented to myself, and accepting this award. Was a bit of a surprise to be nominated, but I'm pleased to be accepted this award on behalf of my club, which is the Ricochet Trampoline Club. I want to first of all make mention of the organisers of this event, of the CHB Male Central Hawke's Bay Sports Awards. We're indeed grateful to be able to do these awards, particularly in this time, and finding a way of us achieving the opportunity to recognise the sporting people in this area. I've been also was nominated as the Coach of the Year by the Central FM, and we're indeed thankful for their support in this, and tautoko for the support they do for our club as well. I have a history of coaching for a number of years. I've been coaching for 47 years. Yes, well, the reason why I started coaching really was because of because I came from a small community. I wanted to make sure that our kids here, our students here, had the same opportunities as those in the city to be able to compete on the national and international stage. And so after all these years, I never say that I know everything. I'm always learning something. There's sometimes, you get frustrated of coaching, but then you get inspired by a talented child or a talented kid who has so determined to make it that you want to do your best for them. I want to also thank my club in particular for the support they have given me. There is a whakatauaki that comes to mind, or proverb that comes to mind, and it's actually a direct descendant of mine who this true story affects. And this whakatauaki or proverb is from my ancestor named Tamitarangi. And he said, "Ma te huru te manu kārera ai." It really means that as a bird has feathers, it flies. And really what he's saying to me, and how I interpret it, is that to gain success, you have to have many feathers to reach that potential. And so not just me, it's the whole of our club that's where we gain our success.
Congratulations, Wayne. Great to see all those years of dedicated service rewarded. Our next award is the Forsythe Bar Community Impact. We would like to thank Matt Carney and the team from Forsythe Bar for their support of Sport Hawke's Bay. The finalists in the Forsythe Bar Community Impact Award are Sherwood School and the Takapau Tennis Club. The winner is the Takapau Tennis Club. The Takapau Tennis Club has been an integral part of the Takapau community since being formed in around 1900. It is widely renowned for its welcoming, fun and family-friendly atmosphere. The new courts were officially opened on the 17th of December 2020 by club patron David Poulton. These courts were originally loaned to the club more than a decade ago following the cessation of the neighbouring Takapau Bowling Club. The project has enabled the Takapau community to have free access to all-weather courts year-round for tennis and netball. The Takapau Community Courts will be a facility that is freely available for generations to use and enjoy thanks to a fantastic local collaborative project.
On behalf of the Takapau Tennis Club and Committee, it's my pleasure to receive the Forsythe Bar Community Impact Award for the Takapau Tennis Community Courts project. The Takapau Tennis Club prides itself on a welcoming nature, and with the local community making up the heart and soul of this club, to receive this award is a great recognition of many years of support and effort. These courts are less than a year old. They're open to the public, so there's a lot of life and enjoyment left in them for everyone. But already in that time, they've had great use through summer for tennis and by many local schools in winter for netball. There are a few groups in particular I'd like to thank for their efforts in this project. The following for their funding contributions: they are the Grassroots Trust, the Eastern and Central Community Trust, New Zealand Community Trust, Central Lines and the Rangahua Fund. Thank you guys. To the contractors and their efforts in piecing this project together, you guys have left us with a really quality, long-lasting product, so thank you so much. To the Takapau Tennis Committee, as Life member Dave Poulton said, had the foresight and the tenacity to see this project through. To Kim Cooper in particular for his efforts turning up day after day, effectively project managing the works, but also primarily in chasing up numerous quotes. We appreciate your work in that. finally, to the generosity of our club's cattle scheme members, I've said this before, but your ongoing support of the club is greatly appreciated, and without your support, these sorts of projects can't happen. So thank you to everybody who's been involved with this project. This award goes out to you. To Sport Hawke's Bay, thanks, and have a great night. Cheers.
As always, it's a real privilege to be involved in sport, and despite the last couple of years throwing some real curveballs our way, I'm sure that you'll agree with me that the winners so far and those to come show that what can be achieved despite the circumstances. The next awards are the Sloane's Events Service to Sport. Thanks to Justine and the team at Sloane's Events for their ongoing support of the Central Hawke's Bay Sports Awards, and also for being an essential part of many occasions across Central Hawke's Bay. The recipients of the Sloane's Events Services to Sport have all contributed to sport for more than 10 years. This year's recipients are Jennifer Aldridge for All Sport. Jennifer has been supporting young people at Central Hawke's Bay College since 1999, mainly as a PE teacher and a relief teacher. She took over as our sports coordinator at the college in 2015. In her time in the role, the college has had the highest sporting involvement of any co-educational school in the Hawke's Bay region. Her efforts to support fundraising and supply school sports uniforms has helped some of our top sports teams attend national tournaments or events where they are able to test themselves against the schools across the country. She has introduced many students to sports, and they are reaping the benefits via their involvement and also giving back to the community.
I have been involved in sport all my life, either as a player or coach or PE teacher or as a sports coordinator. So I've just loved sport all the way through my life. Well, when I was at primary school, I did a lot of gymnastics and hockey, and then when I went to secondary school, it was boarding school, so I tried every sport there was to get out of school. So, yeah, you name it, I did it, just about. And that sort of pushed me into going into phys ed school down in Otago. And since then, I've just been teaching and relieving and, I guess, sports coordinating right at the end. I just like giving the kids the opportunity to play sport, any sort of sport, or get guest speakers in, or try and encourage them to do coaching, just whatever comes about on. I encourage them to do it. Give them the opportunity mostly, yeah.
Jamie Welch, Rugby. With 30 years of service as a coach, trainer and committee member, Jamie's influence on the player well-being has been positive and encouraging to see, and resulted in most players carrying on playing rugby once they leave Central Hawke's Bay College. Jamie's initiatives have contributed thousands of dollars to the Central Hawke's Bay College Rugby Club, where it is financially stable through tireless fundraisers and funding applications. Jamie's initiated getting the Central Hawke's Bay College training shed up and running and usable. As far as coaching and training goes, Jamie has managed to coach the Central Hawke's Bay College Swift 15 to a Division 1 title.
Hi guys, I'd just like to thank Sloane's, the sponsors of this award. It's a real privilege to receive this award. It's been a long time in coming, about 30 plus years. I'd like to acknowledge the other nominees and congratulate them for what they have done over their time as well. And anyone who is out there volunteering their time to sport, whether that be in an administrative role or a coaching role or a management role, it's all valued. Sometimes you wonder whether you are valued. So again, very nice to receive this award. I'd also like to thank Jen Aldridge at Central Hawke's Bay College, the sports coordinator, for supporting me over the years with various rugby developments. Also to Lance Christiansen, the principal of Central Hawke's Bay College, for supporting me with rugby during that time. I've been involved with rugby in a coaching, management, training, committeeing roles for over 30 years, from primary school right up to NPC level. And it's been a privilege to work with such a variety of different players during that time.
Colin Shaw, cricket. Colin first started playing cricket in Central Hawke's Bay in the early 1980s. and since that day has never looked back. He played for country districts until 1992 and then moved to the Central Hawke's Bay Cricket Club until now, having represented the Central Hawke's Bay Cricket Club in over 200 games. Whether it's chairman, committee member, coach, groundsman or even player, Colin's drive and determination to keep cricket going in this region is second to none. The way he conducts himself throughout the community and within sport is a real credit to him, and there is no doubt that he certainly deserves the Service to Sports Award. Congratulations to this year's recipients of the Services to Sport, all very well deserved. Right, the Caltex Waipakarau Junior Team of the Year. Thanks to the team at Caltex Waipakarau for their sponsorship of this award. And the finalists for the Caltex Waipakarau Junior Sports Team of the Year are CHB College First 11 Mixed Hockey Team, CHB College Division 5 Rugby Team, and CHB College First 15 Division 1 Rugby Team. And the winner is the Central Hawke's Bay College First 15 Division 1 Rugby Team. Finalists in the Top Hawke's Bay Division, the team has done extremely well to reach the final and shows what a fantastic year it has been for Central Hawke's Bay College. The first 15 are also the 2021 Hawke's Bay Co-Ed Champs and hold several other traditional match trophies.
I'd like to thank Caltex for sponsoring this award. We really appreciate it. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Sports Committee for letting us have the opportunity of this award. The Central Hawke's Bay First 15 has had a successful season, and I'd like to thank our coaches and management for what they have done for the team. Lastly, I'd like to thank our whānau and friends for supporting us from the sidelines. Cheers.
Congratulations to the first 15, and isn't it great to see the college with so many teams represented in these awards? Moving now to the Plus Rehab Senior Team of the Year. Our thanks go to Rachel and the team at Plus Rehab Waipakarau, not only for their support of this year's awards, but also the other important support they give all the athletes out there in Central Hawke's Bay. The finalists for the Plus Rehab Senior Team of the Year are Central Rugby and Sports Blue Netball Team, the Waipawa Butchers CHB Premier Cricket. The winner is Waipawa Butchers CHB Premier Cricket. In the 2020-2021 Hawke's Bay Premier Cricket Competition, the Central Hawke's Bay Premier Team won the Hawke's Bay Challenge Cup, the overall title for the competition. This is the pinnacle of club cricket in Hawke's Bay, an achievement the team is immensely proud of, as this has not been achieved since 1997-98 by the club. The Premier Team is also heavily involved with helping the entire Central Hawke's Bay Cricket Club. This included a registration day with over 50 juniors and some Premier players involved in coaching junior players and teams.
CHB, the Premiers, we're a young side. We've been together for probably 3 or 4 years now in terms of the nucleus of the side, and it's been a massive goal winning the overall championship last year. It's something that we've only ever won once, so it was 26 years ago that we last won it. And yeah, just to be able to finally get that monkey off the back last season was awesome, and hopefully this year the boys we're going to push on and win plenty more trophies. I think we're all about enjoying our time on the cricket field, but also making the most of the company around us. We're all good mates and enjoy definitely making the most of trainings and things like that. Any opportunity to catch up, and don't tend to talk too much about cricket when we're away from the game, but it's an awesome culture that we've been able to create, and that's comes back to the committee, and also got to hats off to Danny Drew Paul, our coach, who's been with us for a number of years now, and he's definitely been a big part of that, building that culture that we've been able to create. I think team morale-wise, this is massive. It's another notch in the belt, as to say, another feather in the cap that the boys have been able to achieve. Coming from winning the overall competition, and then just that recognition that all that hard work that we've put in over the last few years is now starting to pay off, and the fruit of the labour is coming through, which is really awesome.
Well done, CHB Cricket. And now, the New World Waipakarau emerging athlete. Thanks to Gerard, Tina and the team at New World Waipukurau for their continued support of the CHB community and the support they give our emerging athletes. The finalists for the New World Waipukurau emerging athletes are Keegan Kirk, trampoline; Emily Brunn, hockey; Lucas Percival, swimming; and Gray Smith, rugby. The winner is Keegan Kirk. Keegan joined the Ricochet Trampoline Club at the start of 2018 and became part of the competitive squad in the age group division. In July at the 2021 New Zealand Gymnastics National Championships, Keegan won his first national title in trampoline for his 15 to 16-year-old men's age group, a well-deserved reward for continuously good regional results over the years. Keegan's goal is to eventually compete at the international level. This year, Keegan has been part of the Duke of Edinburgh's Hillary Award program and completed his Bronze Award requirements. Part of his requirements is his voluntary service, and he's been coaching our recreational classes in the club for nearly 2 years now.
I am very honoured and humbled to receive this award tonight. It means a lot to me. I would like to thank the following people. My coach, Wayne Marsh, he has helped me over the past 4 years and got me to where I am now. He is the best coach I could ever ask for, with top tips and always a kind word. My parents have been the biggest supporters and always been there for me. They are the bank, the travel around the country, and the honest feedback. They also give up their weeknights and weekends to support me in training and competitions. The community for supporting me via donations or kind words of encouragement. It means a lot to me, as none of us athletes does it alone. I would also like to acknowledge the other nominees, Lucas Percival, Emily Brunn, and Gray Smith. They have all done extremely well in their sports and deserve this award just as much as I do. Finally, I would like to thank the sponsors, Tina and Gerard from New World Waipukurau, for their continued support of this category and giving me the opportunity to receive this award. It is really humbling. Thank you.
Well done, Keegan. Definitely a name to watch for the future. And now it's the Unichem Waipukurau Junior Sportsperson. Now, thanks go to the Unichem Waipukurau team for the extra support they have provided to our community over the past few months and the ongoing support of these awards. The finalists of the Unichem Waipukurau Junior Sportsperson are Dylan Bibby, equestrian; Lockie Kirk, trampoline; Harry Godfrey, rugby; and Lee Bibby, equestrian. And the winner is Harry Godfrey. Harry was a star for his club team here in Hawke's Bay, the Central Premier Rugby team, and was instrumental in helping the Premier team stay up in the top division in 2021. Harry is currently part of the Hawke's Bay Magpies team, and being the youngest member of this team, playing and training alongside players such as Ash Dixon, Gareth Evans, Tom Parsons and Devon Flounders is an outstanding achievement for someone so young. Harry is also a member of the Hurricanes and the New Zealand under-20 rugby teams.
Extremely stoked to win this award. I'd like to thank my family, friends, coaches, teammates and everyone involved. I'd also like to thank the sponsor Unichem for everything that they've done. Cheers.
Well done, Harry. Great to see CHB still producing national representatives. Now we move to the Ruahine Motors Senior Sportsperson. Thanks to David and the team at Ruahine Motors for their generous support that you provide to the sports sector and the years of support to these CHB Sports Awards. The finalists for the Ruahine Motors Senior Sportsperson are Tom Parsons, rugby; Bram de Bock, triathlon; and Joel Hintz, rugby. The winner is Tom Parsons. Tom has been a senior member of the Magpies for the past 4 seasons. He has been in the leadership group for all 4 years and has won the Magpies Player of the Year twice in that time. In 2020, Tom was the competition's leader for line-out receptions, dominating this space and helping lead the team to the 2020 championship win. In 2021, Tom has captained the Magpies in 2 Shield defences and continues to be a huge part of the Magpies leadership team.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody. It's a great honour to receive the award of Ruahine Motors Senior Sportsperson of the Year. It's a great pleasure to receive this award for Central Hawke's Bay and be recognised in the area that I've grown up in. Massive thanks must go out to Ruahine Motors and all the support they give sport in Central Hawke's Bay. Also like to thank my wife, Grace, and daughter, Charlotte, for all the support that they give me throughout the rugby season and letting me be able to do what I do and do what I love. Secondly, I'd like to thank my mum and dad for all the support that they give me and enabling me to work on the farm and at Middle Hills Contracts, and then being able to go away and play rugby, and all the support that you do to make sure that that's possible is much appreciated. Thirdly, I'd like to thank Hawke's Bay Rugby, the support they give me and the opportunities they've given me over the last 4 years to come back and play for a province that I love much and is dear to my heart. Mark Ozich and Josh Sims got me back over here to play for Hawke's Bay Rugby, and I think it's been the best thing for my footy at the moment and how I'm playing. It's a huge honour to be recognised for that, and I think a lot of that goes down to the team environment they've created at Hawke's Bay Rugby and all the coaching and support they've given me over the years. Also, Central Hawke's Bay Rugby and Sport, thank you for giving me the opportunity to play rugby for Central Hawke's Bay and the province, and to receive Central Hawke's Bay Senior Sportsperson is a massive honour, and a lot of it goes down to being able to play rugby in Central Hawke's Bay. So thank you very much.
Sport Hawke's Bay would like to thank all the sponsors that have made this evening possible. The ongoing support these organisations provide to the sports sector allow us all to do the things we love. Please continue to support these local organisations as they have gone out of their way to support us. And now for the biggie, the CHB Mail Sportsperson of the Year. Our thanks go to the CHB Mail and their team for the ongoing support and promotion of sport across Central Hawke's Bay. Your daily stories of things great about sport help inspire future champions from our great district. The finalists for the CHB Mail Central Hawke's Bay Sportsperson of the Year are the junior team winner, CHB College First 15 Division 1 rugby team. The senior team winner, Waipawa Butchers CHB Premier Cricket. The junior sportsperson winner, Harry Godfrey Rugby Union. And the senior sportsperson winner, Tom Parsons Rugby Union. And the winner is Tom Parsons Rugby Union. Current Hawke's Bay Magpies captain Tom Parsons has been an instrumental member of the Hawke's Bay Magpies. The agile lock is impressive at both the line out and scrum and is a fixture in the Hawke's Bay second row. Former Lindisfarne College Old Boy and current Central Rugby and Sports Premier player Tom Parsons is this year's CHB Mail Central Hawke's Bay Sportsperson of the Year.
Wow, it's a great honour to receive the CHB Mail Sportsperson of the Year for Central Hawke's Bay. It's with great pleasure to receive this award over so many great, talented and great sportsmen out there with the college rugby team, the senior cricket team and young Harry Godfrey. Yeah, never thought it would be possible for me to be up here receiving such a prestigious award for Central Hawke's Bay, but it gives me great pleasure to receive it, and it just makes it worthwhile all the many years that I've put into sport and rugby over now a 10-year professional career. It's a great honour once again to receive the award on behalf of my family and everything in Central Hawke's Bay. It's an area that I've grown up in and love so much. To receive an award like this, I'm truly grateful. So growing up, I always loved the game rugby. But over the years, managed to play a few age grade games back in Central, and then moved to Hero West School in Havelock North, where I played for Hastings East Ross Shield. And I think Ross Shield was where I really got a taste for representative footy. Just the tournament the week that you have there as a school kid, it's something that you just can't describe, the feeling of representing the area that you're representing, and then moving on to Lindisfarne, playing for the first 15 there gave me a taste of what it's like to play rugby full time, and being able to go to Hurricane schools, rugby camps and stuff like that sort of gave me a little bit of drive on wanting to make rugby a career. Always never thought it was possible, but just kept chipping away. Then I moved to Lincoln University in Canterbury, where I played age grade rugby, under 20s, under 21s, in the Canterbury system, which is a great place to learn footy, and being able to represent Canterbury with that, and then getting an opportunity by the Hawke's Bay Rugby to come home and play for Hawke's Bay was where I really got the taste for it, and really that kick-started my career as a rugby player, and from then on it's been, Hawke's Bay Rugby for 3 years first, then over to Manawatu, then back to Hawke's Bay, where the last 4 years I've really had great success. For me, what inspired me was probably in first 15 back at Lindisfarne, had some coaches, Grant Gilbert and Ben Spriggins, sort of put me on the path to be able to think that rugby could be a career, but I was lucky enough to play alongside Israel Dagg at Lindisfarne as well, and he sort of set the tone to show that it was possible to go to a private school and be able to play rugby professionally up against the big teams like Napier Boys and Hastings Boys. I mean, he was in a bit of a different league to me. He was a superstar from the get-go, but still back in my mind, it was coming from there, being able to push forward and represent my province was a huge goal of mine, and being able to achieve it has been greatly satisfying. Being able to achieve it not through making New Zealand age grade teams or anything like that, just being able to play and stick at it and believe that you're good enough to be there, and if you want to do it and you've got the ability to work hard and stick at it, you'll achieve those goals. So yeah, my advice on that, anything's possible. If you miss out on teams, then you still, as long as you keep the faith that you still want to have a go and keep training, and being able to get there, you'll get there eventually. If you want to do it, you'll be able to do it.
Congratulations, Tom. Very well deserved. You now have joined some very esteemed company. This year, Sport Hawke's Bay received nominations from a wide range of sports. Considering the uncertainty everyone was facing at the nomination process opened, we want to thank you all for taking the time to nominate. As a community, we should all be very proud of the achievements of so many. The time and effort that the judges put in to make these big decisions is greatly appreciated. This year, the judges were Michelle Hayes, Shane Herndl, Peter Byrne, Garth Sherwood, and yours truly. Thank you for watching this evening, and our congratulations go to all those nominated, and especially to the winners of the 2021 CHB Male Central Hawke's Bay Sports Awards. The awards are an opportunity to come together and celebrate all that is great about sport and active recreation in Central Hawke's Bay. Circumstances being what they are, we couldn't celebrate sporting excellence in Central Hawke's Bay in the traditional manner, but hopefully that excellence has been acknowledged this evening. We hope to see you all in person next year, and thank you to the sponsors for their ongoing support, and thank you all once again. Good night.